Today, we're going to sharpen Occam's razor because it's gotten pretty dull from the long game of telephone. Although you've heard it thrown around 100 times a year, William of Occam never said anything about the simplest explanation being the best. He said that entities shouldn't be multiplied unnecessarily. He wasn't even the first one to say it, and it's not even an entirely rigorous principle of logic, but simply a good rule of thumb that's been floating around among intellectuals since humans started thinking. Our oldest recorded formulation was when Aristotle wrote that, all else being equal, we may assume the superiority of the demonstration which derives from fewer postulates. I know, it sounds like a way to compare different hypotheses according to simplicity, but note the caveat about the rest being equal. It doesn't help us choose the explanation involving only causes A and B over the one that involves causes W, X, Y, and Z. There's nothing equivalent between the two. But between two versions of the same theory, say AB versus ABC, it sometimes applies. If A and B are enough to explain something, I don't need to add C. It's not Occam's guillotine killing off the more complex among competing hypotheses. A razor is a tool for shaving things, and this particular one is meant to assist in shaving unsightly portions off a single theory in the course of its development. If I'm investigating the cause of this morning's diarrhea, it doesn't help me choose between the possibility that dinner was bad, or that I forgot to wash my hands before eating it, or that I might be under abnormal emotional distress, or whether aliens snatched me up on the way home, vivisected me, liquefied my insides, reconstituted them sloppily, and then wiped my memory of the event. What it's good for is dealing with the details of each hypothesis alone. Listen again. Entities shan't be multiplied beyond necessity. If I remember the chicken being a little bit pink, I don't need to additionally postulate that the broccoli could have also been rotten. One bad food entity is sufficient to explain my troubles. Or if the aliens were also sloppy about erasing my memory so that I do recall being abducted, but not what they looked nor sounded like, and I start to think maybe I was abducted by two different species of alien at the same time, Occam wags his razor condescendingly. Maybe he's wrong, but if I have no particular reason to assume heterogeneous joint intergalactic gut-gazing ventures, the odds say he's onto something. If you feel like too much of a dork trying to correct your colleagues by talking about multiplying entities, maybe just remember that the simplest sufficient version of a hypothesis is the one you should test first. Usually. Happy shaving.